Hello everyone and welcome back to GameCast. I don't actually know the number of this one. I'm sure I'll know on the post. How are you, Richie?
I'm good, Jimmy. How are you?
I'm
good
good
to be back.
I'm good.
On the cast.
Yeah, it's actually not been that long since we did the last one, which is frightening considering our rate of getting them done.
We're getting very productive.
So, we're going to start off with the usual question. What are you playing?
So I've been playing recently Total War Warhammer 3 release. Game I was really looking forward to, but is quite a bit of a disappointment now, I have to say. Because it's just, compared to the previous game, Total Warhammer 3 or 2, it just doesn't have as much features. There's not a whole lot to do in it. And it's been seen like a lot of other people feel the same way, Jamie. The numbers of playing have dropped. There's actually more people playing Total Warhammer 2 than the new one at the moment, so like that's not good. So they got to probably another 6 months probably to clean up that mess and get the game into a place where it's supposed to be.
What's the killer about it?
It's just buggy, but then there's just not a whole lot to do in it. Like, you know, it's a bit bare bones at the moment compared to the previous game, which had like a good few years of support and DLC, and they added a load of shit to it. You'd think they'd start from where they left off in the other one, and they come out with that's the baseline of what the kind of features they're going to have in it. But no, they've started below that, and they're probably hoping, we'll work our way up to that, which is bullshit. Like,
Well, I enjoyed Total War 2, the Rome 2.
Yeah.
I played Warhammer and it was just not the same thing at all.
Well, yeah, it's all different. There's fucking magic in it and monsters and stuff like that. So yeah, it's different. You know, it's an acquired taste.
Is there a certain learning curve to it though?
Ah, yeah. Well, once you play normal Total Wars, you
can adjust.
Yeah.
What would you like to see then added to this one? What are some of the basics that are missing?
Jeez, what would I like to see? The campaign is a bit shit. They have you kind of railroad you making do things. So in Total War, you just do whatever you want.
Yeah, you do whatever. You can go wherever you want or conquer wherever you want.
Yeah, in this one they have you doing specific objectives, and you have a kind of timer on it. You have to do it by this, or else the other AIs in the game will do it, and then you lose the thing. Where Total War is really just about arsing around and fucking taking over what you want. And
you can lose a territory 5 times, it won't make a difference.
Yeah. What else would you want in it? More different factions in it. There's only a few in it so far, and they're kind of all the same. Well, they're not the same, but there's some. They're a lot the same anyway, and just need a few more variety in it. I don't know what else. Fucking fix the game. There's too many bugs in it as well.
Really? Does it crash?
Not crash. There's just stuff that doesn't work. They say, this thing does the X, and you go do it, and it doesn't.
Okay. We talked about that before. Games are just getting rushed out the door, and
I think
half the stuff is missing from them.
Yeah, I think it's COVID. Like, a lot of people work from home. It's kind of harder to make a game. I'd say, developing with other people and stuff like that. Things fall through the cracks. That's what I think it is anyway.
Probably as well, the communication is completely out the window. Whereas beforehand, I imagine they were all in this huge office space where they could talk openly, like, how do you think this will work? Do you think we do this? Whereas now they have to ring them up. It's just a pain in the balls.
Yeah, I think that's it. Communication. It's got shite.
So I've been playing. I finally finished Guardians of the Galaxy, which was alright. It was okay. It was just something to kind of get me through that spell where I just needed to finish a game. Then I got Miles Morales for the PS4.
Oh yeah,
the best DLC I've ever played, full price for it. I paid €60 for it, even though on the PS5 it's only €30. I imagine it's to stop people just buying the PS4 copy and then upgrading it to the PS5 copy for cheaper. It's very good. The natural progression of the powers. Whereas in Spider-Man, the original game, Spider-Man had a certain set of skills, and in Miles Morales they've added a few small powers just to make it more worthwhile playing that game. But I was thinking they're going to struggle when they go back to Spider-Man 2 playing Peter Parker. What are they going to give him to match what Miles Morales has? Otherwise everyone's just going to want to play as Miles Morales. But the story is pretty bang average. Like, the main villain isn't really that interesting. It's more interesting is the side characters that you meet along the way. The optional suits that you can unlock, there's only about 2 of them that are actually better than the one that you're wearing the whole way through the game. The swing mechanics, still class from the first one. They didn't really have to do much there. The one thing that killed me is that the map is the same map as Spider-Man, we'll call it Spider-Man 1.
Sure, he's in the New York City like that.
Yeah. but there's not really much you can do. They have a lot. They have a lot like scavenger hunts, like find these on top of the Empire State Building.
That sounds a bit like busy work to me.
Yeah.
Just kind of making you do shit for the sake of it.
Whereas the Spider-Man 1, the side quests had like certain storylines which would lead to a boss fight, whereas this one only has like 2 of those. So it's good, but it's not worth €60. I just played it because you have to play it because it's in sync with that universe, and if you want to play Spider-Man 2, you're going to have to figure out what's going on with Miles Morales. So I look forward to that one. I hope it releases on the PS4, but I wouldn't, if anyone wants to play it, I'd tell them to definitely do it.
And is that like a standalone game? You don't have to have the...
It's a standalone game, yeah. It was got a full release.
Oh.
But it's probably only about half of what you get in Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like an expansion.
Yeah, if they released it as DLC, you wouldn't have batted an eyelid. You would have said it was one of the best DLCs of all time.
What's the full game?
It's a full game.
Full price for
full price, yeah. Well, it's cheaper. It's cheaper on PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And I imagine it would be better as well. Main villain in it, which is so boring whenever they come on screen. They're called the Tinkerer.
Never heard of them.
Yeah.
They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel then.
Yeah, I had a feeling that they didn't want to use main villains in case they wanted to use them in the main series of the Spider-Man games. Like, they have Rhino pop up in it, but they do that thing where they take him from where he ended in Spider-Man, but he ends up right back there, so like it doesn't make a difference if you haven't played it or not.
Oh.
So it is very good, and now I am thinking about going back and actually taking another dent in The Witcher.
Yeah. Well, you've been saying this for that. Was it on the last podcast or something?
Yeah, I played a good bit of it since.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I took a break to finish Guardians. Then I went back and played a small bit of it. Then I went to play Miles Morales. Now I'm going to go back to The Witcher again. It's kind of like my in-between game.
The palate cleanser.
It's so fucking long, sure. I couldn't tackle that thing all in one go.
But you not find getting back into the game like that when you get back to it like, wait, what the fuck was I doing here? What the hell's going on in the story? Like,
no, because generally I run around for about half an hour to kind of get my group
man, so I've known like maybe it's an OCD thing or something. I get back to it, it's like, I can't remember. I may start again.
I can't start again. I'm too far in.
And then I played like the opening thing for like 10 times and it's just boring shit. I can't get past it because it's too boring. You know.
I'm 18 hours into this particular campaign, and Jesus Christ.
Okay, so did you see this new thing from PlayStation?
I did actually. Darren was talking to me about it, that they're bringing out a PlayStation subscription service where you pay for certain tiers and you unlock a certain type of games. So, for instance, there's a $100 tier for $100 tier for the year.
A year,
and you get unlocked like all backwards compatible games. So pretty much you're paying €100 to be able to play like the original Crash. But Darren actually told me, I'm going to read the message here that he sent about it, basically that it's all a fucking fraud. So I have you up here. So for tier 1, PS Plus Essentials is $9.99 I imagine a month. Tier 2, PS Plus Extra is $14.99. Tier 3 is PS Plus Premium $17.99. What someone wrote up was, damn, a subscription of $100 a year for PS1, PS2 and PSP games. Wow, that's crazy. And then they have the links to all the emulators.
Oh yeah.
And Darren was saying that most of the games are actually streamed. So a lot of people don't actually have fast enough internet to run them properly.
Oh yeah,
anyway.
Then you have lag, input lag.
It's the same as the PlayStation Now service, if that's still a thing.
No, you don't like streaming it.
How do you
Can
feel?
they not just emulate them on the PS4 or 5? Like, surely it's powerful enough to emulate PS1 games.
Maybe it's more cheaper this way.
Yeah.
What do you feel about subscription services like that anyway, like Game Pass?
I literally got Game Pass because Total War Warhammer 3 released on it, and I kind of had feeling a bit iffy about spending €60 on it because I kind of had a feeling it might not be up to scratch because they delayed it. So it was on. You can get the Game Pass for like, what was it, like €1 a month first time?
You can get the Ultimate one as well.
Yeah, that's what I think I got for PC.
Yeah.
So I bought that and I was like, sure, I'll just use that for the euro for the month and then see what the game's like. But then I actually kept it around. I'm paying like the €9 a month, whatever it is now for the Game Pass.
Do you think it's value for money though?
Yeah, because I played another game I played on it. I got for free was Hades. Did you ever hear that?
Hades?
It's a kind of top-down or isometric beat 'em up kind of 2D type game. You know, kind of cartoony graphics, but it's basically like a roguelite game. You kind of start off, you fight through all these enemies, and then when you die, you start again, but you keep whatever you got from the previous death. But the game resets back to start. And basically the game is you have to get to the end of all the different various levels, but you only can do it in one life, obviously. So each time you go through and die, you get a little bit stronger. You might get new items or XP. But yeah, I played that on it. That was I played like a good few hours on that. And then I downloaded another game I saw called The Outer Wilds. Did you ever hear of that?
Outer Worlds?
Outer Wilds.
Wilds?
Yeah, completely different than The Outer Worlds.
Oh, sorry.
That's another class game as well. I've just been playing that for I played it last week, I think.
What's the premise there?
The premise of that is, it's a first person game. You are this kind of alien dude, and you live with your alien friends on the alien planet. And you...
Aliens.
You... Basically, you're this kind of rocket ship pilot lad, and Outer Wilds is the name of the company you work for. And you wake up on your first day, and you basically talk to your boys, you suit up, launch your rocket into space. You can go wherever you want in your little solar system. There's like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 planets in the solar system. And it's all first person, so you're in your spaceship and you're flying the spaceship in first person, flying around the solar system. And that's kind of similar to Hades. Eventually, you'll be doing whatever you want to do. You're kind of there's a kind of mystery about there's ancient aliens that have kind of left little hints around like what happened to them and stuff like that. You're kind of investigating that.
Similar to Subnautica.
Yeah.
Same kind of vibe where you have an open world environment, do what you want, but there is an end goal.
Yeah, and there's a mystery to solve. But eventually the sun fucking explodes and goes supernova, and you die. But the thing is, you wake up at the start of the game, and for some reason, you're caught in a time loop. So you wake up the morning like of the rocket ship launch, but you have all your memories. It's part of the game narrative. Like you can remember everything. Everyone else is back to like Groundhog Day. Day. So it's basically like that. But then obviously, so basically you have a timer between of the time of when the sun's going to go supernova. So you have to go out, explore, go around, visit planets, and find out the mysteries. And basically have to figure out why you are caught in this time loop and what happened to the other ancient aliens that were there before and shit like that. It's really interesting. There's no enemies or anything like that, but it's just all kind of puzzles. And
what's the time limit?
I don't know. I'd say it's like 10 to 20 minutes. I haven't really timed it. It's not like a timer that like it's a thing. It's just that
just gets brighter.
At a specific time. Yeah, the sun. Yeah, it goes through life cycles where like if you ever seen a science book, the sun like expands, goes into a red fucking giant, whatever they call it, and then it contracts and boom.
So if you haven't seen a science book, I'll put a diagram on the screen now. Okay. So here's something I actually noticed in the last few days. I obviously traded in Guardians of the Galaxy because I don't like hanging on to games anymore, really. They just take up too much space for me. I used to love it, but anyway. Traded in Guardians of the Galaxy, realised what I paid for it compared to what I got back was ridiculously bad. Way worse than it ever was before.
And it was always a shit deal.
Yeah, like it was really fucking shit. Then, today actually, with Miles Morales, because I traded it in, I paid €60 for it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got €23 today.
Jesus, that's fucking shocking.
I know. And part of me was thinking because that people must be buying the PlayStation 4 games just to get the free upgrade to PS5. So they're giving you back peanuts for your PlayStation 4 game to make it work. No, we want to get rid of these.
I wonder would it be worth your time just selling yourself like online?
I tried, but someone from Donegal messaged me asking me when I post it. And I
Fuck off.
Fuck off. So that was one thing I noticed. I know they've always been shite with their trade-in values.
I've never been one for trading in, so I don't know what would you have got like a few years ago.
But I was going for 30. Like I would have thought 30. Dog walking across there. Hi everyone and welcome to LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. We are just on Coruscant heading back to Naboo, and this game is so much different to any LEGO game I've ever played before. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, don't know. Let's go to Lake Wonga. So, the things to know about this game from the start are the voice actors are not the same as the originals in the movies. The combat is a bit more advanced, and the level design is ridiculously different. So, for example, I'm now traveling across space in the free roam section of the levels to get back to Naboo, and you can pick different areas of Naboo to get to. And you see what I mean now when we get out and we start running around. So as you can see, straight away the design of the level is very detailed. Even for such a small area, they put in a lot of effort. And the glow of the lightsabers is lovely. Apologies for this one, keeps barking. She doesn't know who I'm talking to. Yeah. This is the Gungan City. I've already been here, so it gives you the option to come back and get all the collectibles that you've missed. Why do you keep barking? Stop that. Oh, come on. There we go. God, the voice acting is terrible. It really is. There is a few returning voice actors from the various shows like the Clone Wars. Very hard to listen to. Oh my god, I just copped. The droid that helps you is called H1NT, as in hint. Build. Cool. Oh my god, I can get on it. Woo! It looks really good. Ooh. So the combat, as I was saying, is a lot different in this. Yeah, see? Yeah, fucking throw it at him. Aiming your lightsaber. Yeah, I know that. Let's get into an old fucking tussle with him. Oh, he made shite at me. Looks so good. Even their hair moves in this. Let's be Obi-Wan for a minute. Yeah, gotcha, boy. Ooh, combat is a lot different. Whoa! Yeah, boy. Ooh. Yeah, so it's really, really fun. If you're a big Star Wars fan, highly recommend getting it. And if you're looking for a game that's going to take you forever, seeing as the amount of collectibles there are, this is a game for you. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. We're going to send it back to the guys. I mean me. If anyone hadn't been paying attention there 2 years ago, WWE 2K20 released, and it was the worst game of the year. Okay?
Impressive.
Yeah. Now, obviously, the WWE series is a yearly thing like FIFA and NBA. And what happened was, they were partnered up with another developer. I think it was Ukes or someone like that. And for the first time in WWE 2K20, they said, no, we're going to do it ourselves. So the 2K,
Brave call.
yeah, the 2K guys took on everything, and they had to meet a deadline. And they were just like, fuck, just get it out, just get it out. It was so fucking bad. Here's how bad it was. If you tried to download WWE 2K20 and you played it, made a save load, and you realised how shit it was, like people disappearing off the screens, if you went to punch someone, you clipped through them and got stuck in the roof kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And like faces missing, like Assassin's Creed Unity back in the day.
Yeah.
If you said fuck this, no, and went back and played WWE 2K19 on Steam, you wouldn't be able to play that game either. It corrupted both games on you. So they said, fuck it, we're not releasing one in 2021. We're just going to take a break and we're going to release one in 2K22.
I actually say fair play to them for actually skipping a year out. Not a lot of yearly sports games do that. Like they'll just fucking keep
I'd
throwing
say
out the same
shit
shit.
hit the fan in that office.
Yeah.
But apparently this one, everyone was just like backstage when it was being like launched.
Oh yeah.
And then when it was okay, they were like, oh thank God. Now it still has some bugs, but Jesus
It's not a shit show.
Christ. Like face models in 2K20 weren't weren't working, match types didn't appear. If you won like a certain match in a certain way, it would just crash your PC. It was a shit show. Whereas 2K20, they tried to like do the ultimate fan service, and they introduced a mode called a GM mode, which was very famous. It was back in 2008 was the last time we had it in SmackDown vs. Raw, featuring ECW, if I want to get fucking technical about it. And
let's get technical.
yeah. So GM mode is basically just career mode in FIFA as a manager.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they got rid of it, where you can just book shows yourself. And everyone was just like, right, I'll buy it again. Because it's so well received. WWE's main competition called AEW hired the developer who made WWE's best game back in the early 2000s to make their new game.
Oh yeah.
So I'd say next year's gonna be fun.
This will be good for competition though. You have to have like, it's like with FIFA and PES, when the PES was in its heyday, like, and was actually, you know, competing with FIFA. You got better football games as a result of it.
Those kind of FIFA, years of FIFA were fucking class.
Right now they can just get lazy and do whatever the fuck they want, because PES has got the shite.
I found the first few years of the PS3, FIFA was untouchable. Then towards the end, they just recycled the same old shit. Towards the end, when they were just recycling like the same fucking menus, same everything, you were just getting a fucking shitty like career mode that no one actually wanted to play anymore. And then they thought, oh, we'll introduce a story mode. Why the fuck would you want a story mode in a fucking soccer game? It went on for 3 years. Like, they brought back 3 years in a row. I didn't play one game, but no way. Then they introduced Volta, was it?
Oh yeah, the 5-a-side type.
Yeah.
Well, 3 versus 3, whatever it is. Yeah.
Trying
They have a new gimmick every year. They'll show something in there like that.
to just give us back FIFA Street.
Jeez, I remember that. Yeah,
That was great.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember you used to have to go to each different region and lock their like hero, and you could have like.
Who was like Ireland's one? Was it Robbie Keane or something?
I think it was Robbie Keane. Yeah.
Was Peter Crouch in one?
Peter Crouch was in the third one when they went to big cartoonish, and he had like really long limbs, even
Stretch Armstrong or something.
Yeah, and like they all had like weird shaped heads and like
caricature type.
Yeah, over the top features. You know, like Ronaldinho had the buck teeth down to like here and all this kind of shite. Then they kind of made it normal again with a new FIFA Street that they released on the PS3. But it didn't have the same. It was just FIFA in disguise. Like it didn't have the charm of the originals.
Yeah.
I really liked FIFA Street. It was very good on the PSP. One thing this week that is fairly controversial is the Fortnite build feature is no more.
I think it's a good thing. Well, it's only temporary, I think. Isn't it?
I think that you're able to go into like a certain game mode where it doesn't have it, and you can keep playing the normal battle royale.
I wonder which would be more popular. I'd say people that like Fortnite like the building. You know?
I don't like Fortnite, but I never would have stripped it of its identity in the building feature. Like, that's what made Fortnite. If like otherwise it's just fucking Warzone, or before that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. The building was what made Fortnite.
Yeah. It's just annoying when you want to just play a game and you don't know how to fucking build, and you got lads, as I said before, throwing up fucking mansions.
And you're standing in the open, holding your dick out, is what you said.
That's annoying, I don't like that.
So have you played it since?
No, I haven't played it in ages, so God knows.
Are you retired?
Yeah, I'm retired, yeah. Retired by a bunch of 6-year-olds.
Yeah. Do you think Fortnite's had its day?
I don't know, I don't.
People have gotten wise to the whole money-wise scam.
I don't know if Fortnite has a day. All I can tell you, like, from my anecdotal experience, like, my young lad still and his all friends still play it, so they don't seem to be getting tired of it. And I see that seems to be the main demographic they got now is kids. So if the kids are still playing it, they'll still make fucking shit loads of money.
That's fair enough. Let's go on with trivia.
Here we go!
So Richard, what was the first Lego game?
Lego. Star Wars. No, fuck it. This the Lego game. I don't know. Lego World or some shit like that. I'm not up to date on Lego's game.
So the first Lego game was Lego Island back in 1997 on the PC.
Ah, Jesus.
Was
it a classic?
It was. What year did the GameCube release?
What year did the GameCube release? 2003? Give me.
The GameCube officially released in 2001 in Japan.
Oh yeah, it did say it. What was it? Was it 2002 then the rest of the world?
2002 would have been.
Alright.
Well, no, it was 2001 in Japan and the EU, and then it released 2002 in America.
Okay.
Right.
He's made that up.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, that is all we have for today. It's a very short episode, mainly because the battery is dying on the
He
camera.
didn't change
I
the camera.
was
What?
recording stuff before this.
You pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
Well,
folks.
sure, look, we're doing them more regularly now anyway, what do you expect?
We can't have the camera charged, we're doing it regularly.
Yeah, I have to fucking pay for this electricity
We can
bill.
only charge it once a month.
Yeah, I had the electricity or the heating on before you came as well. What do you want me to do? Thank you very much for watching. We will see you again, hopefully very, very soon. Thank you so much.
To all our fans out there. The
Love you.
legions.
The legions, yeah. Please don't crowd us on the street, okay? It's-
Don't approach me.
Yeah. We do this for your entertainment, but you're scum to us.
Yeah, you're just numbers on fucking YouTube views.
Yeah.
Literally
Joe,
single digits.
Joe, we think of you. We just think fucking...
Yeah.
all about
Cha-ching!
them. Yeah.
That's what we see.
Thanks very much.
You're scum.